Iowa farmers face high risks when they head out into the fields. Agriculture makes up the largest share of occupational fatalities. Many of these deaths involve tractor rollovers and grain bin accidents, an IowaWatch analysis shows. These deaths could often be prevented through safety improvements, such as adding rollover protection to tractors and training workers in grain bin safety. But farm safety advocates say farmers are a hard bunch to reach, and many slip through the cracks. Rural Health and Safety Clinic of Greater Johnson County is working to reach these farmers, bringing training and gear to fields across southeastern Iowa. Andy Winborn, program manager for the clinic, says more farmers might be reached if organizations change the way they talk to farmers about safety.
Technology has really made it easy to put things on the web and produce things on the web and say, hey, I did my thing. I created this education program. And lots of farmers don't learn that way. The farms are so different between farms that one presentation isn't really going to work. Farmers want a personal relationship with somebody. Our industry, our culture has gone away from personal relationships and put smartphones and the web in its place. And we've forgotten about the farmers that still want that personal relationship.
Winborn's office is located in an Iowa State University Extension office in southern Iowa City. The clinic offers training, health screenings, and risk assessments to help farmers develop safety improvement plans. Winborn's goal is to work as a go-between, taking research done at Iowa universities to farmers and advising researchers and equipment developers to adapt safety practices and equipment to farmer needs. One piece of equipment Winborn has worked to introduce is a power takeoff, or PTO, cover.
This is a PTO shaft. This is one of the most dangerous things on a farm. What this does is power takeoff. It takes power from the tractor, transfers it to the implement. Here's the tractor. What you have here is the PTO shaft inside, right there. This is a life-size one. So as the farmer gets ready to hook up the piece of equipment, backs into it, hooks up the pin to tow it, then this shaft has to go in. See the shield? It's called a master shield. You have to get into that, reach under that, over this, push this button, line up these splines, and slide it on and let it lock. And when you're walking around this is turning at 1,000 revolutions a minute or 540 revolutions a minute. This will grab you and pull you in. But with this, you hook it up, lock it in place, and you're done. And now you're protected. This cover spins on the outside of the shaft, so if you touch it, it'll stop. And they're under $100. The approach has been in the past is taking PTO shafts out and showing people how quick they can get wrapped up in a PTO shaft. I have yet to meet a farmer that does not know a PTO shaft can kill them. I have met lots of farmers that use PTO shafts, and their safety is being careful and staying away from it. If we can add these PTO covers, we can make a difference. But that's not just telling them it's dangerous, it's showing them, giving them a reasonable way of fixing the problem.
Winborn hopes to reach farmers by taking a semi-trailer filled with safety gear and equipment to the farmers during events and training sessions. It is expensive to drive, costing the nonprofit roughly $1.25 per mile. But the expense is worth it, Winborn said. The trailer is filled with equipment farmers can try out or purchase. One kit aims to make farmers safer when they are working on a grain bin.
But generally this lock is mostly what you're going to do. And you just unlock the lock, you hook it in after the lever is pulled down and locked out, and you lock it and you take the key with you. Nobody can turn the power on to that motor. So when you're in the bin, nobody can accidentally turn the power on or come by and say, I wonder why that's off, and start that auger. There have been cases where a farmer gets into a bin to clean something out and his son shows up And, wonder why that's off. Turns it on. Had a farmer get his arm caught in an auger doing that.
Data shows roughly 280 farm fatalities occurred during the past decade. Windborne hopes working with farmers to help plan and budget for improved safety features on tractors, grain bins, and other areas on the farm will bring more success than government regulations, which are often hard to enforce. The approach opens discussions between farmers and researchers to explain the importance of even small safety precautions and solve issues with current safety gear that isn't well suited to farm work.